right, Two Cows Gaming fans, we are back with episode 10 of the Raiders rebuild. And I got to be honest with you, things are not looking good for the team. We are 5-7. We are staring down the barrel of not finishing the season as strong as I'd like. The upside of that is that we're going to get some good draft picks. The downside is Coach Bovine might end up fired. So we'll just see how things shake out. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to just advance to the next week. We're going to sim out through the end of the season and see if we can make the playoffs. If not, we will start going through the postseason and continue to refine our draft board, can continue to look at the draft picks that we have on our big board and see who might end up making it to the Raiders squad, provided I don't get fired. So this week it is week 14. We are taking on the 4-8 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do like the odds in this case. So let's just get going. Let's see what happens. All right. We lost again. Let's take a look at first of all, let's take a look at our injury report. If anybody got hurt during that game. No, nobody did. Good. So everybody's healthy. That makes me happy. Let's take a look at the box score. So when I go into the press conference, I know what I'm talking about. I hope it wasn't a blowout, but who knows? Nope, it was another close loss. We lost by 4 points. So, stats. Only 195 yards of offense. That's got to change. It's not working. Defensively, we only gave up 299 yards. That's pretty good. Rushing yards, 87. Passing yards, 212. I can live with that. But the thing is, we got to start scoring points. All it would have taken was a touchdown, and the team would have won. So let's see what the stats look like. We're only going to look at the Raiders. That's all I care about. Minshew, terrible. Terrible. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Completion percentage of 37%. That is inexcusable. Going down the stretch, we are going to put in Aiden O'Connell just to see how he does, because I'd like to make the playoffs. Madison had 69 yards on the ground with a touchdown. That's the only touchdown of the game. Receiving, Gallup had 44 yards. Bowers had 26. Came up a little light. Not a big contributor. Jacoby Myers had 13. And then each of the other receivers had single catches. Nothing to really get excited about. Defensively, solo tackles. Morig led the team. Total tackles. Morig led the team. And we'll go to sacks. All right, Max Crosby had a massive game. 4 sacks. And the Raiders still lost. It's just embarrassing at this point. So we're going to go ahead and I think we're gonna upgrade the players, and just see what happens. This is not great. We are going against the Atlanta Falcons. They look like they have the same record as we do. We're going to continue with the vertical threat for Bowers. So we'll back out. And time to face the music. We've got a text message here for the defensive coordinator. What's he saying? Yeah, I know we need to shift to the... Yeah, okay. So we got to go talk to the defense. As much as I want to boost the defensive line, I think I might talk up the defensive backs. All right. Yep, we got to do better on the man coverage side. We got to clamp down on their wide receivers, especially Goddard. All right, so we get a boost to man coverage of 5 points for this game. Good. Team meeting strategy session. Here we go. What do we got going on? Oh, we just did this. Oh, okay, we can run on their defense. Okay. Well, we'll find out about that. You know what? We're going to just try to get 125 yards on the ground. That'll make a big difference. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. But I think that that's a more likely scenario than him getting 2 rushing touchdowns. No offense. And then we got another meeting here that's coming up. Let's see what they're going to talk about in this strategy session, because we've got... I wonder if it's going to be focused against their defense or against their offense. Or are we going to try to boost our opponent's weaknesses? Yeah, okay, Gardner Minshew. All right. I don't like that. I prefer to spread the ball around, but we're gonna try and get him. We're gonna try and get him eight catches. I think that that's reasonable. All right. Well, let's pick our game day goals, and then we're gonna sim this week and see what happens. Again, okay, win turnover battle. No, I want to aim higher than that. There we go. With a little luck. All right, let's boost our offensive coordinator here. He hasn't gotten much. Outside running, secure the line. Here we go. Yes. There we go. So that'll boost the awareness of the offensive line. Hopefully that'll help a little bit on our offensive side of the ball. And we are going to advance to the Jaguars. The Falcons are 6-7. We're 5-8. Ugh, we really, really need this win. Fortunately, it's a home game. Oh, we lost again. Coach Bovine is probably going to get canned at the end of the season. That's not good. All right. Well, let's go to the schedule. Let's look at the box score. Did they do what they were supposed to? Probably not. Again, only lost by 6 points. So close. 319 offensive yards, 104 yards on the ground, 215 through the air, 20 first downs for the. Oh, this is for the Falcons. But on our side of the ball, 320 yards through the air, or total offense, 91 through or on the ground, 229 through the air, 14 first downs, no turnovers. So that's good. 7 third down conversions. Came up short again, though. Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. All right, let's take a look at the players' stats. Gardner Minshew had a good game. Quarterback rating of 120.2, 229 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 4 times. That's not great. But he had a 64% completion percentage. Running the ball, Madison, 50 yards. That is it. So much for him getting 125 yards. Now you see why we are looking for a different running back. Michael Gallup only had 4 touches. We needed 8. Wan'Dale Robinson, 4 touches for 60 yards and a touchdown. Madison, 2 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown. So, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Defensive side of the ball, solo tackles. Jack Jones led the team. Total tackles. Jack Jones led the team. Sacks. Max Crosby with another sack. The guy is dominating. What can I say? So he's had 5 sacks in the last 2 games. Unfortunately, that is not good enough. The offense keeps coming up short. So we're going to upgrade our players. Hopefully we got some nice development points here. Cody Whitehair, I don't think his days are long on the team. We'll use the scheme this time. Lucas Van Ness got a point. Well, you know where that's going. Speed rusher. Speed, 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 speed. I say it every time. He needs to close the gap. He needs to get pressure on the quarterback. Luke Masterson, outside linebacker. We're going to go speed with him as well. And last but not least, we have Jordan Meredith, our backup center. It doesn't really matter where we put it, but we're going to put it on pass protector. Then we're going to go look and see if there's any injuries. I hope not. And I guess at this point, we're going to hope that we win the last 3 games because I have a feeling I'm going to get fired. The guys are kind of looking tired out there. Well, maybe they shouldn't stink. Frick. Brock Bowers is out. That's not great. Needed him. What's sad about this is that our defense is actually pretty good. No, it wasn't. It was a terrible idea. I don't want to ever have that happen again. Yeah, let's take a look at our stats here. So, yeah, I mean, points per game, we're only allowing 18.7. We're first against the pass, which is fantastic. And we're 13 against the run. So they're not terrible on defense. It's their offense is abysmal. Okay, right end strategy session. Let's see what this says. God, what a worthless conversation that was. All right. Well, we did what we could. So we're going against the 10-4 Jaguars at home. I don't think we're going to steal this one. I think we're going to drop to 5-10. We've got what? We got 3 games left. So let's see what happens. And we lost again to the Jaguars. Not great. Let's take a look and see if anybody got hurt. I always wonder sometimes. Okay, yeah, Bowers is out with a broken finger. I knew about that one. So we'll upgrade players. We'll look at the box score and continue on. All right, we're going against the Saints at home. They are 5-10. We are 5-10. Now is the time, people. Get a win. Hey, we got a win. All right, we're 6-10. Lucky us. I forgot to look at the box score from the last game. We'll do that in a minute. Got some points to spend, so we will spend those on. Yeah, we'll continue with the offense, I think. Boost pass block finesse for right guards. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Actually, we're gonna spend some money on, or some points on the pass blocking. Just because it makes sense. Now, how much are some of these for? Because I remember I spent a development point to lower the price, 18. We don't have enough, so we're just gonna have to kind of ride this out. Hopefully, we'll get some more development points. Let's select a game day goal for everybody. Win turnover battle. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. 20 points or less. Ugh. All right. I think Coach Bovine is about to get fired. And I don't know how that works in this game. I've always played as the owner, so it's going to be interesting for me, just like it's going to probably be fun to watch for you when I get fired. Munford, is he one of my starters? I don't think so. So we didn't have a very good campaign for the year. Let's take a look at the schedule. We're going to look back at the previous week's game just to see what the box score was against the Jaguars. Look at that, another 6-point loss. Every one of these, we're right in the game. Let's check out the stats. 330 total offense, 53 yards rushing, 277 yards passing. That's pretty good, actually. We did have a turnover. They didn't have any turnovers. They had 397 yards of total offense, 100 on the ground, 288 through the air. Again, it was just another close loss. Let's check out the player stats for this game. Minshew, 100.6, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Completion percentage is 65%. That's not bad. It's really not. Rushing, Madison, 23 yards, and that was it. He's not the answer. Receiving, Wan'Dale Robinson, our late season pickup, 7 for 99 and a touchdown. He's coming on. I like that. He was a good addition. I will be re-signing him. Jacoby Myers had 5 for 73. Mayer had 3 for 60. And Moore had 4 for 28. Those were your receiving leaders. Let's go over to the defense. Divine Diablo, 9 solo tackles. 10 total tackles. The other middle linebacker, Bernie, had 7, Epps had 6, and Christian Wilkins had 6. How about sacks? Where are we at with that? Max Crosby with 1, Bernie with a half, and Luke Van Ness with a half. All right, that's good. So did we get any interceptions? No, we did not. Now we're going to go on to the Saints game. Let's see what they did right. Let's see how things turned out. We had 365 yards of total offense, 130 on the ground, 235 through the air, 18 first downs, 1 turnover against 1 turnover, so that's a net 0. Let's take a look at the player stats. Gardner Minshew, 113.4, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, 69% completion percentage. Rushing, Madison had 74 yards, 4.6 average carry, and 1 touchdown. Zay White had 29 yards and a touchdown, and then way down here, Laube had 3 for 10 and a touchdown. So 3 touchdowns on the ground. That's pretty impressive. Receiving, Jacoby Myers, 8 for 118. Michael Gallup, 1 for 57 and a tutty. Mayer had 3 for 32, and Wan'Dale Robinson fell off quite a bit, 4 for 28, no touchdowns. Defensively, how are we looking? Divine Diablo leads the team with 9 solo tackles, followed by Richardson, Max Crosby, and Hobbs. Total tackles, Divine Diablo had 11, Richardson had 9, Crosby had 6. And where are we with sacks? Max Crosby had 2, Christian Wilkins had 1. So only 3 sacks in that game. 1 interception by Bernie, the other middle linebacker, so that's not bad. So yeah, not a bad turnout. I'm glad that they won. I would have liked to have run the table, but that's not in the cards for this season. So now we have to kind of look at the last game. Hopefully we can win. I think I'm going to give O'Connell the start just to see what he can. Well, might as well finish with Minshew. We started with Minshew. We'll finish with Minshew. Do we have any major injuries? I think everybody's healthy. Yes, they are. So this could be the last rodeo for Coach Bovine. We're not going to make the playoffs. We are out of it. We're going against the Chargers at home, 10-6. I am guessing we're going to lose this game. The only thing we can play right now is Rainmaker as far as the seeding. So we will advance to the wild card round. And we find out whether I get fired. All right. Excellent. Looks like I get to stay employed for another year. Let's take a look at the box score. I think we lost, but I didn't catch it. So let's go to regular season, week 18. Wait, I don't want to see all those. I just want to see my schedule. There we go. Regular season. Look at that. That's the first game where we actually lost by a significant amount. We lost by 13 points. Let's check out the box score. How bad was it? The Chargers had 371 yards of total offense, 126 on the ground, 245 through the air, 20 first downs, no turnovers. They had no takeaways. That's a good thing. On our side of the ball, we had 218 offensive yards, 44 on the ground, 174 through the air, 11 first downs. Not good enough. It's just not good enough. It seems like I'm saying that every week. Let's just take a look at our team. Minshew finished 69. He had 3 or 4 great weeks, and then he had this one where he just decided to, give up. 69 QBR, 174 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, completion percentage of 51%, sacked 5 times. That cannot happen. Rushing, Madison, 12 for 27. Zay White, 2 for 10. Minshew actually had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Michael Gallup, 4 for 61. Wan'Dale Robinson, 3 for 55. Not bad. Brock Bowers is back in the lineup for 3 for 31. Jacoby Myers, 1 for 14. He kind of disappeared in that game. Defensively, how did we do? Lead tackler was Nate Hobbs, followed by Jack Jones, followed by Divine Diablo. Total tackles, we had DeCamerion Richardson with 8, Hobbs, Jones, Bernie. Any sacks in that game? Yes, Max Crosby had 1. So let's take a look at the total stats for the team at the end of the season. We are going to go look at our stats here. Gardner Minshew, 3,422 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 62% completion percentage, average 200 yards per game. He was sacked 32 times. That's got to change. Rushing, Madison, almost 1,000 yards on the season, 936 with a 3.9 yard average. 7 touchdowns. Next in line was Zay White with 299 yards and 6 touchdowns. Minshew had 251 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Dylan Laube had 56 for 142 and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, how are we doing up here? Bowers, 749. He made a 700-yard mark for the season. He should get a 5,000 XP boost. Michael Gallup had 672. He only had 1 touchdown. Jacoby Myers had 5 touchdowns with 657 yards receiving. And then with the guy that we picked up late in the season, Wan'Dale Robinson, 36 receptions for 464 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not bad considering he only played like 5 games, maybe 6. So we're definitely re-signing him because we only signed him to a 1-year contract. So let's take a look at the defensive stats for the team, or the total stats for the team. Offense, we were 29th, which is not great. How about defense? We had to be up there. Raiders, there we are. We're like number 7, it looks like, overall. Against the pass, we were not in the top, but rushing, how did we do? Rushing, we gave up 1,481 yards. Could have been better. That's okay. We had 32 sacks and 8 interceptions. We got to improve. They got to improve. I forgot to check the defensive stats, so we're going to go here and check out the defensive stats. Who led the team with tackles? Solo tackles was Divine Diablo, Jack Jones, Amar Bernie, Hobbs, and Richardson. Total tackles, that was Bernie, Diablo, Jones, Morig, Richardson. Sacks, Crosby got into double digits, so I'm happy about that. He had 15.5. Christian Wilkins had 4.5. Bernie had 2. Richardson had 2. Wilson had 1.5. Okay, way down here is Luke Van Ness. He had a half a sack all season. That's got to improve. We might shift him to the other end. I got to think about it. It depends on who we have available to us. So let's go back here. Let's manage the staff. Got some points to spend. I am going to actually spend some points on player personnel. Yeah, I'm not real keen on the recruitment part of this. Well, maybe not. So let's go to our defensive coordinator. Let's spend some points there. Get some improvement. Boost agility by cornerbacks or... yeah, I'm not sure on that one. How about our offensive coordinator? He needs to have some points here. Let's move down the line. And we will improve the blocking for our tackles. And I think we will do that for our guards as well. Hopefully that is going to improve the offensive line a bit. Now let's go and improve our players to determine who we're going to re-sign and who we're not. Now this should have everybody. Oh, Christian Wilkins. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep him as run stopper. That's the smart play. He fits the scheme. We need to get somebody that we could put in next to him on the defensive line. And I actually think I might change to a 4-3 defense. I just feel like it's better. Trey Tucker, yes, we are going to make him a playmaker. There we go. All right, let's just take a look. Oh, we don't get a chance to sign our players until kind of later. I am tempted to fire my defensive coordinator. Let's just see who's available. Base 3-4, base 4-3. I don't know. Steven Meyer. Base 4-3. Because I think we have the personnel for a good 4-3 defense. We just don't have a good second middle linebacker. We're kind of stacked at outside linebacker. But if I shift Luke Van Ness to defensive end, we got some things to think about. But these are all the staff that got canned. I don't know. Is he a 4-3? Oh, he's a 4-3 defensive coordinator, so we're going to keep him. We'll keep him for another year. Why not? Well, I guess we're going to have to can Max Crosby. Just kidding. Okay, first round pick expectations. Well, let's see what this is all about. Almost. Okay. I thought that the goal was 700. Yeah, whatever. Let's take a look where we're picking, actually. We got to be picking in, like, we got to be picking up there a ways, I would think. 7th pick overall. 7th pick overall. That's not bad. And then we've got the 39th pick, the 46th pick, the 71st pick, the 103rd, 110th, 135th, 167th, and the 199th. Those are not bad picks. The mid to late rounds, we're going to have to be pretty choosy about who we're going to go with. But the 7th overall pick, I like that. We should be able to get a good player. Now, let's just advance the week. I didn't get my walk-in papers, so I'm happy. And I'm going to advance this all the way to the draft. Well, until I can re-sign players. And we're going to check the penalty here in a minute. Did any of our players make the Pro Bowl? I would think that Max Crosby would have. Lawrence Hutch. Nope. Got snubbed. I don't like that. This game, when it comes to the Pro Bowl rosters, really sucks. And we will advance a week to the Super Bowl. Who's playing who? San Francisco and the Birds, the Ravens. One of the teams we actually beat this year. All right, let's go up here. Who are we going to be able to improve? Max Crosby. All right. Well, he's a defensive end. We'll use power rusher. We're not going to worry about yearly awards because we didn't win any. We probably didn't even qualify for any. Who wins the Super Bowl? We aren't going to get the results. San Francisco won 41-23. All right. Let's take a look at who we got to upgrade. Matthew Butler. All right. Marquand McCall. Right now, basically all options are on the table. But I think we're going to go... Well, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go with a quarterback or not. I got to think about it. Oops, I meant to go strong-armed. That's okay. Anybody retire on my team? Let's find out. I don't think so. Oh, John Jenkins. Okay. So, that'll help us out a little bit on the cap. Offensive coordinator. What's he going to whine about? We're not going to waste time with Gardner Minshew. Coach Bovine, what are you focusing on? He's going to work out with my trainer on route running, catching, and... Okay, cool. Hopefully that works. Defensive coordinator. What's he whining about? Ooh. Depending on... I don't know. I might move him inside, and then that way I can... Okay. Hopefully that works. I'm not going to rock the boat too much. And here goes the press conference. This ought to be wild. Bum, 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 bum. What does that mean? Hope we find a sleeper in the later rounds. I usually do pretty well in the draft. Okay. Let's see. Are the combine results in yet? Doesn't look like it. Let's find out. No, I don't think they are. No, they're not. So, what we're going to do... Should we take a look at the mock draft and see who they're projecting that we're going to pick? since we're picking 7th. Oh, no. What do we got? 4th? Russ Duckworth? No, he's not going to end up on this team. It's not going to happen. Sorry, boys. Don't want to disappoint you. Luke Finnegan. That's a possibility. We'll see. It just depends on what his combine numbers are. But we're not drafting Duckworth. It's not happening. All right, so what do we got here? We need an up. Yes, we do. I don't know about that. I definitely don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's just see who do we have to negotiate with first.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
Yeah, we'll see. Hobbs had a pretty good season, I think. He's not really my type of defensive back. Let's see what he did for the season. 2024, no interceptions. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to let him walk. Morig. What is his speed? Okay, that looks good. What are his stats? 1 pick, 74 total tackles, half a sack. Maybe. How old is he? He's 26. He is an overall 81. Now we already did talk that we're gonna re-sign him, even though we're gonna try anyway.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
Let's see. He is 24, I think. Yeah. What is my cap space? Where is that? I got to be careful because I was in deep trouble cap-wise. All right, so we re-signed him. He's under contract for 3 years now. So now is the time to spend some points on him. Spillane, probably not going to re-sign him. Madison, you're not going to get re-signed. Divine Diablo, not going to get re-signed. Sky Moore, maybe. Let's see what his speed is. Yeah, I don't think so. Michael Gallup, probably not. Marcus Epps, I can't remember what his speed is. 88. Yeah, I don't know. What were his stats? 68 total tackles, 1 interception. You know what? We're gonna go into a full rebuild. Malcolm Kuntz, nope. Harrison Bryant, nope. These are all no's. Well, Malga might be a keeper. Let's see what he had for stats. Ratings. Okay, he's got good speed. What's his acceleration? 83. That's okay. For a middle linebacker, that's not bad at all. How did he do in the regular season? Okay, now he was not playing full time. So 13 solo tackles, 24 total on the year, 1.5 sacks. When he got in, he made plays. So I think we will re-sign him. What's he looking for? 1 year, 1.6 and 900,000. That's neutral. Let's go player friendly. 2 years. We'll spend 2 years with him. he's going to be a backup player and a special teams player anyways. So all of these players excuse me, sorry. All of these players are going to be gone. I just don't see a reason to keep any of them. They're just not. They're not quite where we need to be. I mean, let's be honest. They all were contributing to a team that went 6-11. So we're not gonna reward that. We're gonna start fresh with a whole pile of new players. Let's take a look at our cap number. Where are we at? So we've got $17.2 million in cap penalties, but we have $124 million in cap space. $20 million of that is the rookie reserve. So I'm liking where we're at. Now let's take a look at each position, especially defensive end. We got Max Crosby there. And on the other side, we've got Tyree Wilson. I am thinking maybe we move Luke Van Ness over there. I just think he might be a better fit. What do we got? Speed 86, acceleration 91, strength, block shedding 74. Okay, let's take a look at Tyree Wilson and see where he's at. Because what do we got going on here? Power move 71, speed 81, acceleration 88. What is his dimensions are about the same as Luke Van Ness. But Luke Van Ness has kind of got that extra oomph. So maybe we move him inside. Let's take a look at our defensive tackles. Wilson would be an undersized tackle, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Put him next to Christian Wilkins. Because Byron Young, well, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to move Luke Van Ness to right defense. I think we're going to go left defensive end. And then we're going to put Max Crosby on the right end. So he's rushing from the blind side of the quarterback the majority of the time. And so we'll go down here to Max Crosby. And we'll move him to the right end. And hopefully this will work out. Now, what do we got here? So we've got Kuntz. I think we're going to move him. Let's see here. 6'2", 250. Yeah, I really don't like undersized ends. What about Butler? But I don't know is Kuntz even under contract? Is he one that we let go? He's done. So we're not going to worry about him. All right. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay. And then we're gonna have to reevaluate our roster after we advance the week and release all of our free agents. But we'll do that. I'll do that kind of on my own, and then when we come back for the draft, All right, combine results. We'll look at those when we look at the draft. What kind of free agents are available? Ooh, Greenlaw. Okay. Which I got a message saying he was going to be available, but I don't know if I want to spend the money, honestly. Any good quarterbacks available? Not really. Halfbacks, Najee Harris, Mitchell. Okay. McBride. Najee Harris is available. I don't feel like paying a premium for a running back, honestly. Definitely not a premium for a fullback. Wide receivers, Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins. Again, I'm not going to pay a premium for running backs that are going to play for maybe 1 year. Rondale Moore. Yeah, I just can't justify it. All these players are kind of on the last hurrah of their career, so we're not gonna. I just don't see myself wasting any money on them. Cameron Hayward, he'd probably play 1 year. I just can't justify it. Matt Judon, 1 year maybe. Jadeveon Clowney, maybe a year, maybe 2. I just can't justify it. Middle linebacker, nah. Nope. Outside linebacker, Greenlaw is the only one that really is interesting to me. Actually, he might be worthwhile. What's he looking for a contract? 20.9 per year? No. We got to protect that cap. Cornerbacks, okay. This is a possibility. $8 million per year. That would be an upgrade. What's he looking for? Okay, so maybe I think we'll do this one. And then we'll also do Hobbs. We'll try and re-sign Hobbs. I wasn't going to re-sign him, but if I can get Adebo opposite him, it would be worth it. There we go. Safety, we probably should try to upgrade if we can. Nothing in free safety. Strong safety, nothing really. Morig, which I don't know. I let him go for a reason. How much does he want? 7 per year? Maybe. It would take a load off. We'll see what happens. And we're going to advance 1 week and see if we get those players, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, let's take a look at the roster. Who did we get? Did we get any of the ones that we targeted? We did. We got Morig. We got Hobbs. All right, let's take a look at the other Adebo. I wonder if he signed with somebody else. We're going to go to my. Oh, it won't let me. Is he available? Nope. Nope. All right. Well, we got one of them at least. But we could go down here. Oh, he's not available. He signed with New York. He signed with the Eagles. I mean, yeah. Xavier Howard. Nope. Too old. It's all right. You know what? We got a player. Okay. Let's see. Greenlaw signed with the Vikings. Koromoa signed with the Eagles. Khalil Mack, I'm not going to waste time on. All right. You know what? Let's see what we got for defensive tackles. Phillips. Nobody I'm really interested in. But maybe there's a couple of defensive ends that we could sign that might make a difference. Nope. No, I don't see anybody. I mean, Cameron Hayward, great overall, but he's only going to play 1 year. There's no point in signing him. It's a waste of money. All right, so that changes our draft picture a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna advance to just before the draft. Because we're trying to build up our private workouts. We're going to just bring in some quarterbacks. That's what we have to do. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to bring in a quarterback, and then I might bring in a defensive tackle. Finnegan dropped by a lot. Wow. Holy cow. That's not great. All right, well, we're going to bring him in. For a private workout. And then wow. I don't know, man. I just don't like his dimensions. He's 6 foot tall. And I don't really care for scrambling quarterbacks either. I'm all about strong arm quarterbacks. So, let's look at him. And then let's see who's available in defensive tackle. Round 1 or 2. Run stopper. He's the right dimensions. I think you only get 3, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you only get 3 picks. So those are the 3 that we're going to bring in for private workouts. 2 quarterbacks and a defensive tackle. We are going to advance to the next week. And that brings us to the draft. So the next episode, we will be going through the draft. I'm going to just sim the pick. Like, I'm going to make my picks, but I'm going to sim the rest of the picks just to speed it up. And then we're going to sign free agents to round out the team. But we've got, I think we have 11 or 12 picks. And I'm going to go through the roster before the next episode and find out exactly where our needs are. You know what? I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to see how much it's going to cost us to can these expenses. Oh, God. 8 million. Ugh. Good grief. 8 mil, almost 8 million to Gardner Minshew. Oh God, that's terrible. I don't know if we're gonna keep all these running backs. Yeah, we probably will. Need a fullback. Oh boy, we need some wide receivers big time. Tight ends, probably need one there. Yeah, we've got some needs. There's no way around it. We've got some needs, but we're gonna try and fill those as much as we can. Oh my gosh, I don't have any right guards. That's gonna be a place of need, but we'll probably draft those late in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round. No outside linebacker on that side. All right, so we've got our work cut out for us. I mean, it's not going to be easy. We're not going to worry. Well, I'd like to get another good cornerback, but we'll have to see what's available after the draft. All right, so excuse me. That is the video for episode 10. We will be back with episode 11, and we will wade into the draft. Until that point, be safe, be kind, and remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you do matter and you are loved. Have a happy holidays. Be safe above anything else. Make sure you take a little bit of extra time if you're traveling. And just be present when you're with your family, when you're with your loved ones, when you're with your friends, whoever you celebrate the holidays with, even if it's just your small family or your circle of friends. Just make sure you're present and enjoy your time with them, because time is so short. And that's all for me today. Have a great day, everybody.